hostile environment. These fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Ncaa Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Spartans will get us started with the opening kickoff. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Just a short pass to the tight end. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play could put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to fire. He's got the tight end. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Hawkeyes headed quickly to the line.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls and throws out the RPO. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Going to sling it on second down. Going to try to get it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa!
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready presence known. They think there's room to run to the right here. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. To throw, it's Childs. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. Got room to work. Turning on the Jets. Touchdown, Smarty. A great catch and run for 6.
And how about him? Nice job catching the football and then turn it into a playmaker. Turn it into a small, wide receiver. The tight end shows off the ability to run after the catch, make a big play, and get the big touchdown.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Fires to the wideout. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Well, that DB did everything right on that deep shot. You saw the speed, you saw his ability to turn his hips, and how about getting his head around, locating the football, and then knocking it away? Couldn't have done that better.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Steps away to find some room. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking to the big tight end. And they can't make the connection. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He's going to run it. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the 1st down on 3rd down.
Setting up the screen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
The Hawkeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Running to Green. Breaks into the open. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on first down. Floating away. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hawkeye. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, running back gets to give. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Spartans can really attack on this second and short. The give to the tailback. Hard running there. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Physical running style. Maybe the patron saint of that for Michigan State is T.J. Duckett.
Oh, the big fella. And that reminds me of Michigan State football. That's who they are, right? The physicality. They're gonna be blue collar. They're gonna roll up their sleeves, and make no mistake, every game you play against them, if you don't match the physical challenge, you will lose.
To the ground with the back. Fights off the defender.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Now they're going to throw it. Got a man. It's Marsh. Oh, he's got some space. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll go to the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking downfield, it's Childs. Got his man quickly. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The snap sets up to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
And the D deny them on second and goal. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Under fire. Touchdown, Michigan State. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And these are the plays that you look back on tape, and everybody's like, nice work, nice toughness, QB. To stand in there, know you're going to get blasted, but hold on to the ball until the guy comes open, feed him, and get the 6.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Texas is down right now, but there is still a ton of football to be played. And for a program that ranks inside the top 10 all-time in wins, don't be surprised if they come back. They're trailing by 10 to Arkansas. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. You should see.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Iowa has the ball back on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on 1st down. They go to the ground. There he goes. Really good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. And the Hawkeyes moving quickly to the line.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO.
The Hawkeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. 1st down for this offense. Motion from the wideout. Off play action on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. On the run, fires downfield. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Great job by the defense. A big key coming into this one was 3rd down defense. They're going up against one of the 25 best in the country in that time, making a nice tackle before the sticks to set up 4th.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Running back searching for a hole. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Fires to the big fella. Breaks the tackle. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Childs. Caught close to the marker, it's Kelly. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to the back. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the middle. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Takes a hit as he fires.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
We'll see them really hit the speed tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Dropping back, it's Childs. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And he misses. How about that, man? Like, it seems like everything he's thrown so far has worked, especially down here. He's already got 2 touchdown passes against this defense. So, guys, I'm kind of surprised when he misses down here.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Makes it past the marker. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. It's complete on the right side. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious. He is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots, and they're being aggressive, throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. On that last one, he was looking for number 3.
Looking to throw, it's Childs. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Smarty. Fitted in the window for the score.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Give to the running back. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Hawkeyes will boot it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They're going to ride this running back.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Kinnick is having a conniption fit to try to help the D on 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Childs. Throwing right. Can't make the grab on 3rd down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
Well, this offense did a lot of good things there in the first half. It wouldn't surprise me if they punt this one away after that incompletion on 3rd down. They do have the lead. I think you've got to put some trust in your defense here to not give up any points and get you the ball back.
The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Marsh. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back along.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking deep. He's got it inside the 15. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Spartans will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. This defense needing this energy from the crowd in a goal-to-go situation. Dropping back, it's Childs. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Michigan State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. The Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Got his man at the 45 on his way. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. And the Hawkeyes want to crank the tempo.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Grabbed behind the line. It's Moulton. Turning it on. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And what a play call. You can feel maybe a little bit of aggressiveness. This defensive line flying upfield. What do? Throw a screen right behind it. Get it to your running back. Let him do the rest. Chew up some yardage and make the big play for the offense.
Going to the run. It's Moulton. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Going for 6. Touchdown, Iowa! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Notre Dame is just getting blown off the field right now. I know a lot of people either love or hate the Golden Domers, but anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 18 to Syracuse. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here's the handoff. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Childs. The short hands, it's Belling. At midfield, he's got room. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So first down, we'll open up the final period. They think there's room to run to the right here. Breaks into the open. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Spartans. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? Long way to go. Right through his hands. You just have to make that catch, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw. It's Childs. Makes the grab. It's Kelly. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the back. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Pulls it in. It's Anderson. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Snagged in the middle. It's Gill. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee. And
he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's all by himself down the middle. Defense has it. They're on the move. Touchdown, Sparty! How about this defense taking one back to the house? As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. From the shotgun, the inside give. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Got a man in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them. They're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
He's got the back in the middle. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. The Hawkeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Was to pass. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address and do something different.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
He's brought down at the 36-yard line. And that's good enough for a first down.